Are you ready to meet the motorcycles that are going to change the game in 2025? In this video, we are going to discover 5 motorcycles that come to surprise, with designs, power, and technology that will make you look twice. From models that combine style and performance to machines that redefine fun on 2 wheels. If you're a motorcycle lover and want to be up to date with what's coming, this video is for you. Don't forget to subscribe and like so you don't miss any news from the world of 2 wheels. Let's get started. MOTO MORINI TRIKE 450. If you're looking for an adventure bike that will take your breath away, let me introduce you to the TRIKE 450, a newcomer that is giving people a lot to talk about in 2025. Imagine a machine that combines the heart of an all-terrain bike with a style that doesn't go unnoticed. Let's discover it together, as if we were in front of it, admiring it at the dealership. The TRIKE beats with a 449cc parallel twin-cylinder engine, manufactured by CFM MOTO, but with that characteristic Italian touch from Morini. This block delivers 44 horsepower and 44 newton-meters of torque, a very balanced figure that translates into a lively and controlled response. On mountain roads, it responds with energy when you open the throttle, but it also retains that smoothness you appreciate in the city or on a complicated off-road track. Its top speed is around 155 kilometers per hour, more than enough for highways, although its true charm lies in how it delivers power, in a linear, docile manner and with impeccable traction. And for long trips, its 18-liter fuel tank promises a more than generous range, ideal for getting lost without worrying about the next gas station. Let's move on to the part that makes it truly adventurous. Its steel chassis is accompanied by top-level KAWASAKI suspension, a 41mm inverted fork with 210mm of travel at the front, and a rear monoshock with 190mm. Both are adjustable, something that will allow you to perfectly adjust it to your weight and riding style. And pay attention, because here comes one of its great successes, a 21-inch front wheel and a 17-inch rear. That classic trail world combination guarantees balance and stability, both on the road and on broken paths. Its seat height of 840mm may seem high, but many riders of average height assure that they feel comfortable and safe when putting their feet down. To stop all this energy, it has disc brakes with disconnectable dual-channel ABS, an essential feature when you decide to leave the asphalt behind. In the technological department, the TRIKE does not disappoint either. Its color TFT screen, mounted in a vertical format, recalls rally roadbooks and adds a very adventurous touch. It includes smartphone connectivity and integrated navigation, so getting lost is just an option. And as a practical detail, MOTO MORINI has thought of everything. It incorporates 2 charging ports, one USB and one USB-C, perfect for keeping your devices always on during the route. Furthermore, it includes a center stand as standard, something uncommon and very useful for maintenance or cleaning when you're traveling. In design, the TRIKE leaves no one indifferent. Its minimalist lines and the front fairing with a void effect give it a futuristic and different appearance. The rectangular LED lights reinforce that modern personality, while the upright and natural riding position, together with a wide handlebar, gives you total control, especially when you're riding standing up on difficult terrain. And if you're looking for a Comfort Plus, there's a high-equipped version that comes in an elegant white color and includes heated seat and grips, plus handguards, ideal for routes in cold or high mountain climates. Let's talk about the price, which is another of its great arguments. In the European market, the TRIKE 450 is launched with a very competitive strategy. €5,890 for the standard version and €6,140 for the high-equipped version. As for its arrival in the United States, the information is still limited. Some rumors suggest it could be marketed under the name Vittor, although for now there are no official confirmed data on its final price in that market. And of course, what do those who have already tested it think? The reviews agree on several strong points. Its manageability, its fun factor when riding, and a surprisingly smooth engine with very few vibrations, which makes it very comfortable on long journeys. Its excellent value for money is also highlighted, considering the level of equipment it offers. That said, there are some details to consider. Several riders mention that the braking requires a bit more pressure on the lever to get a solid response, and that in certain initial prototypes, the rear exhaust could rub against the rider's boot, something that has already been fixed in production units. Another point to keep in mind is the limited dealer network in some countries, which can affect maintenance and service times, although Moto Morini is working on expanding its presence. So, who is this bike for? The All-Trike 450 is ideal if you're looking for your first adventure bike, or if you're already experienced and value agility and fun more than brute power. It's perfect for those who dream of long trips on secondary roads and dirt paths without having to empty your bank account. Its combination of comfort, real off-road capability, and complete equipment make it an incredible adventure companion.
SWM Stormbreaker 1200. To set the scene, the first thing you need to know is that the SWM Stormbreaker V1200 is the bet of the brand of Italian origin, albeit with Chinese manufacturing, for a retro-inspired cruiser. And yes, as soon as you see it, its silhouette will inevitably remind you of the legendary Sportster 1200, a motorcycle that is no longer in production. It's as if an Italian engineer had traveled back in time, borrowed the blueprints of an icon, and returned to the present to build it, but with a much more realistic budget. Its presence is undeniable, robust, elegant, and with that classic air that screams custom from afar. It is designed for those who want that very American style without having to pay the price of a Harley. Now let's talk about its heart, the true protagonist. Under the tank beats a 1200cc V-twin engine, air-cooled and adapted to Euro 5 regulations. This block delivers 61 horsepower at 5,500 revolutions per minute, but the best part comes with its 90 Newton-meters of torque available from very low down. That immediate delivery is what gives it character. It's not a bike for revving to the red line, but for enjoying a solid and linear push with each acceleration. As for performance, the estimated top speed is between 165 and 200 kilometers per hour, depending on the source, and an average consumption of 6 liters per 100 kilometers. With its 14-liter tank, we're talking about a theoretical range of about 230 kilometers, perfect for relaxed routes without worrying too much about refueling. But, of course, a motorcycle doesn't live by engine alone. The chassis is also up to the task. The Stormbreaker rests on a double-cradle steel frame in the purest classic style, designed to transmit solidity and that old-school feel. The front suspension features a 49mm hydraulic fork, while the rear equips 2 hydraulic shock absorbers with adjustable preload. And to stop its 262 kilograms wet weight, it relies on an ABS system with 2 280mm floating discs at the front and 1 260mm disc at the rear. Its low and muscular look is reinforced with 16-inch wheels on both axles fitted with 130 by 90 tires at the front and 150 by 80 tires at the rear. In the technological department, the Stormbreaker plays in a different league. Here, there are no TFT screens, connectivity, or electronic riding modes. This bike is honest. It bets on a pure, direct, and unadulterated riding experience. Its spec sheet is classic, focused on the essentials, just enough to comply with regulations, offer safety with its ABS, and let you enjoy the sound of the engine without digital distractions. In short, it's a bike to connect with the asphalt, not with the smartphone. And when we talk about comfort, the Stormbreaker also has more than enough arguments. Its seat is only 710 millimeters from the ground, making it very accessible for almost any height. Putting your feet down firmly inspires confidence, especially in the city or when stopping at a traffic light. The riding position is relaxed, with the feet slightly forward and the handlebar high, inviting you to enjoy the journey without rush, at the pace of the landscape. Its design, with that characteristic tank and classic silhouette, captures the essence of timeless custom bikes. That said, its 262 kilos are noticeable. You have to be careful when maneuvering at low speed or pushing it when stationary. As for the price, the information is clear for Europe. It is offered for between 9,900 and 9,990 euros. However, there is no reliable data on its availability in the United States for 2025, and everything indicates that its main market will be Europe and Asia, where it's already gaining ground. If we listen to the community and the specialized press, the opinions agree. Its greatest virtue is offering the style, sound, and experience of a classic cruiser at a price much lower than its competitors. It's ideal for those looking for a new bike with a vintage soul, without resorting to the second-hand market. As points to consider, its considerable weight, its Chinese manufacturing, and basic technology, which for some is part of the charm, but for others may be limiting. So, who is the Stormbreaker V1200 really for? It's perfect for those looking for an authentic, retro-style cruiser, simple and with lots of character, ideal both for the open road and for quiet urban journeys. It is aimed at motorcyclists with some experience who value torque, a relaxed posture, and the feeling of control, or even those who want to fulfill the dream of having a custom without emptying their wallet. Due to its weight and dimensions, it's not the best option for a beginner, but on secondary roads and Sunday rides, its torque-filled engine and comfort will make you enjoy every kilometer, without hurry and with a smile.
MOTO MORINI Escape 1200. If you are looking for a maxi trail with an Italian soul, one of those that beat strongly and make you smile just by hearing the engine, you have to get to know it. For 2025, this bike is not just a promise, it is a reality that is already arriving at dealerships, and it is determined to turn the segment upside down. Under its imposing design lies a V-twin engine at 87 degrees, a true gem of 1,187 cubic centimeters that preserves the DNA of the legendary Morini V2s. This engine, baptized as Corsa Corta Evo, is pure mechanical passion. Do you want figures? It offers 129 horsepower and 106 newton-meters of torque with an immediate response to the throttle and a sound that is music to the ears. The top speed is around 220 kilometers per hour, more than enough for any adventure on asphalt. And don't worry about taming so much energy. The Escape 1200 comes equipped with a complete electronic arsenal, riding modes, 3-level traction control, and an anti-rebound clutch that smooths out the harshest shifts. All designed for enjoyment, not for suffering. But, of course, a good maxi trail doesn't live on engine alone. Its chassis is on the same level. The chassis combines steel and aluminum, achieving that perfect balance between stiffness and lightness, with a wet weight of about 245 kilograms. The suspensions are fully adjustable, with 180 millimeters of travel, both front and rear, ideal for tackling secondary tracks with confidence and comfort. And when it's time to brake, the Brembo system with double 320mm discs and radial monoblock calipers stops you with surgical precision, assisted by cornering ABS Bosch, which can be disengaged when the road turns to dirt. Its technological aspect also shines with its own light. When you get on, the first thing that greets you is a 7-inch TFT screen that not only shows trip information, but also incorporates integrated navigation without needing to connect your phone. And that's just the beginning. It comes with cruise control, dual USB ports, heated handlebars and seat, and even a rear radar that monitors the blind spot to make overtaking safer. Do you like recording your routes? Well, pay attention. It includes a front camera to capture every stretch of the adventure. In short, it is one of the most complete trail bikes on the market. In design, the Morini imposes. Its silhouette is muscular, modern, and robust, with very well-studied aerodynamic protection. The seat height of 860 millimeters puts it on par with rivals like the BMW GS. So, if you are not very tall, it's a good idea to try it before deciding. That said, its 23-liter tank promises great range, perfect for long getaways, and the ergonomics are designed to travel far without your body paying the price. And, of course, comes the big question. How much does this marvel cost? In Europe, the official price is around 13,990 euros, a really competitive figure when you consider its level of equipment. As for its arrival in the United States, the brand has not yet confirmed official dates or prices, so riders on the other side of the pond will have to stay tuned for news. And what do those who have already tested it think? The first impressions are very positive. They highlight its characterful engine, its high-level technological equipment, and a value for money that is hard to beat. That said, there are also some points to consider. The long-term reliability has yet to be proven, as it is a new model from a brand in full renaissance. Furthermore, the dealer and after-sale service network is not as wide as that of its more established competitors. And with its 245 kilos, it's not exactly a feather, something to keep in mind if you plan to get into more technical or demanding off-road. So, who is this bike for? It's designed for experienced motorcyclists looking for a versatile travel companion, comfortable on the road, capable on dirt roads, and with that touch of exclusivity that only an Italian bike can offer. It's not the ideal option for beginners nor for purely urban use, but if your thing is long trips, technology, and bikes with soul, this Morini could be the trail you were waiting for.
Ducati Multistrada V4 Rally. Get ready, because what's coming is pure emotion on two wheels. Imagine a machine with which you could cross a continent from end to end, go from a perfect road to a dirt path without blinking, and arrive as fresh as when you left. That is the Multistrada V4 Rally 2026, a bike designed for those who dream of traveling without limits. And today I'm going to tell you everything, as if we were together in the garage, going over its details one by one with the most recent information that Ducati has just announced. Let's start with its heart, the soul of this beast, the 1158cc V4 Gran Turismo engine, a true work of engineering. It delivers 170 horsepower. But the impressive thing is not just its brute force, but how it doses it. Its torque of 123 Newton-meters arrives in such a linear and progressive way that you can move smoothly through urban traffic, and as soon as you open the throttle on a mountain road, the power explodes with an immediate response. Ducati has refined the deactivation of the rear cylinders, which now works not only when you are stopped, but also at low revs. The result? Lower consumption, fewer emissions, and above all, less heat on your legs when you are in a traffic jam. And if we talk about smoothness, the new Ducati Quick Shift 2.0 takes the experience to another level. Gear changes, both up and down, are faster, more precise, and natural. It's almost as if the bike guesses what you are going to do. Now, how is all that energy controlled? This is where the Rally shows its true adventurous nature. Its aluminum monocoque chassis combines lightness and rigidity, but the big change is in the swing arm, which now has a higher pivot. This improves the anti-squat effect of the suspension, giving you impressive stability and precision, even with the bike loaded to the maximum. The adaptive Ducati Skyhook Evo has also evolved. It's a semi-active suspension with 200 millimeters of travel, capable of reading the terrain and your riding style to adjust the damping instantly. You can modify its response on the move, regardless of the selected riding mode. It seems like science fiction, but it's totally real. And pay attention to this detail, the automatic lowering device. When you are going less than 10 kilometers per hour, the bike lowers its height automatically so you can put your feet down better, and it returns to its normal position when you accelerate, a detail that, in maneuvers or complicated terrain, makes all the difference. In the technological department, Ducati once again demonstrates that it plays in another league. The 6.5-inch color TFT screen is the brain of the bike, with integrated navigation, full connectivity, and management of calls or music. But the most advanced part is its radar system. Thanks to adaptive cruise control, the bike maintains distance with the vehicle in front. The blind spot detector warns you if something is approaching from behind. And for 2026, it debuts a forward collision warning, which visually alerts you if it detects a risk of impact. It's like having an invisible co-pilot taking care of you. The lighting is also up to its category. LED headlights with cornering lights, and the practical coming home function, which leaves the lights on for a few seconds after turning the bike off. Ideal when you arrive at night. As for design and comfort, Ducati has listened to travelers. The riding position is upright and natural, perfect for devouring kilometers without fatigue. The fairing is larger, with a windshield 40 millimeters wider and 20 millimeters higher than the standard model, which notably improves aerodynamic protection for both the rider and the passenger.
The adjustable seat, with a height starting at 870 millimeters, can be adapted with different types of foam or even with a low suspension kit to find the ideal position. And there are no lack of details that make the difference. Heated grips and center stand is standard, two elements that, on long trips, especially in winter, are appreciated more than you can imagine. With a 30-liter tank, range is no longer a concern. The only thing you'll have to think about is enjoying the road. And we come to the inevitable question: how much does this marvel cost? For the US market, Ducati has confirmed a starting price of $31,995. In Europe, there is no official figure published yet, although it has been announced that the first deliveries will begin in November 2025. It's best to check directly with your local Ducati dealership to know the exact price in your country. And what does the specialized press say? Well, they almost all agree that it is an almost perfect bike for long journeys. A dream come true for those who want to cross from the swamps of Florida to frigid Alaska. Its technology and comfort have been widely praised, although there is also a warning. So much sophistication has its price. For the harder adventurers, those who venture into the most remote places on the planet, its electronic complexity and maintenance cost could work against it compared to simpler, more mechanical bikes. In other words, it is not a rustic bike, but it is one of the most refined you can imagine. So if I had to tell you who it is designed for, I would summarize it like this. It is a bike for the modern traveler, for the rider who seeks adventure without giving up comfort, safety, and cutting-edge technology. It is not a bike for beginners, that is clear, but it is the ideal companion for an experienced rider, someone who enjoys both an endless road and an impromptu detour on dirt. Whether a professional in top form or a veteran traveler eager to take on the world, this Ducati promises to make every kilometer an unforgettable experience.
Kawasaki Z1100. If you're looking for the definition of an urban predator for 2026, you have come to the right place. Imagine a motorcycle that not only arrives to replace the legendary Z1000, but does so with a completely renewed attitude and technology that literally takes your breath away. Let's start with its heart, because that's where the magic comes to life. Kawasaki has decided that size does matter and has increased the displacement of that inline engine to 1,099 cubic centimeters. The result? A true beast that delivers 134 horsepower and a brutal torque of 112 newton meters. But it's not just about numbers. What's impressive is how this power feels when riding. Have you ever wanted to overtake in the city and your bike doesn't respond? That's over. This engine has been tuned to offer a visceral response in the mid-range, giving you that instant push you need in daily use, but without losing that wild and linear scream when you open it up on the road. And so that every gear change is a pleasure, it includes an assist in slipper clutch and a bidirectional quick shifter, so that shifting up or down, with or without the clutch, is as smooth as silk. All that power needs a chassis that knows how to tame it, and Kawasaki has achieved it impeccably. The Z1100 is built on a robust double-beam aluminum chassis, which ensures perfect rigidity for sharp and precise handling. But the real crown jewel, at least in the SE version that will come to the United States, is in its suspension and brake equipment. Up front, a fully adjustable show-off fork keeps the tire always glued to the asphalt. In the rear, we find a true luxury, an Öhlins S46 shock absorber, synonymous with premium feel and adjustability to customize every detail of the ride. And to stop this beast, nothing less than Brembo brakes, 310mm discs bitten by monoblock calipers, offering supernatural power and a sensitivity at the lever that inspires absolute confidence. The Z1100 also leaps into the present thanks to its advanced technology. Kawasaki has finally integrated a 6-axis inertial measurement unit, or IMU, which allows its rider aid systems to operate with an intelligence never before seen on a Z. Traction control becomes cornering management, adapting intelligently to every lean angle, and the ABS modulates brake pressure in milliseconds. Furthermore, it has 4 riding modes: Sport, Road, Rain, and a customizable one to adjust the character of the bike to any road or condition. The 5-inch TFT instrument panel connects to your smartphone via the Rideology app, offering you turn-by-turn navigation, call alerts, and the ability to adjust settings with just your voice. Let's add cruise control and a USB-C port on the handlebar, and you have a bike ready for both an epic tour and a Sunday sport ride. As for design and comfort, the Z1100 remains faithful to the Tsugomi philosophy. Even standing still, it has that crouched posture like a feline about to pounce, with aggressive lines and an intimidating look thanks to its 4 front LEDs. But Kawasaki knows you also have to live on it, which is why it has adjusted the riding position. The handlebar is now wider and slightly more forward, improving control and comfort with a more upright and natural posture. With the seat at 815 millimeters in height, it is accessible for a wide variety of riders, although shorter riders should try it first at the dealership. Its 17-liter tank offers good range before the next stop at the gas station. And the million-dollar question: how much does this work of art cost? In the United States, it has a price of $14,999. In Europe, prices vary. In the UK, the base starts at £11,099, while the OL version with Brembo and Öhlins is positioned at £12,699. In the rest of Europe, it's around €13,799. Of course, no motorcycle is perfect, and it's fair to mention what some specialists or future buyers might point out. Its main advantage is that beastly torque engine, which makes every traffic light launch pure excitement, combined with cutting-edge technology. The combination of visual aggression and premium components like Brembo and Öhlins makes it a true object of desire. However, some purists might consider the 134 horsepower to be slightly lower than rivals like the Yamaha MT-10. There are also those who miss a more radical redesign, as it maintains an evolution of the design we all know. So, who is the Z1100 for? Think about this. It is perfect for the experienced rider who has tried almost everything, for those who seek the raw emotion of a big engine but with electronic sophistication that makes the power manageable and safe. It's not ideal for beginners, nor a grand tour, although with cruise control and good ergonomics, it can cover long distances respectably. Its natural terrain is the winding secondary road, where accelerating, braking, and leaning feels like a game, and every curve makes you smile thanks to its chassis, suspension, and instant torque.
There you have them. 5 bikes ready to revolutionize 2025 and 26, each with its own style. But if I have to choose, I'm staying with the X-Cape 1200. It's not the most extreme nor the most technological, but it is the most complete for its price. 1187cc V2 engine, 7-inch TFT screen with navigation, and a perfect balance between comfort, fun, and adventure capability. It's a bike that makes you smile from the moment you start it, and that invites you to explore any route just for the pleasure of riding. And you? Which one would you choose? Leave it in the comments. We love reading them. If you enjoyed this tour, give it a like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss any news from the world of motorcycles and to make this biker family bigger and bigger. Good roads to everyone.